I'm not offended, but she's not going to find what she's looking for. I will bet you any amount of money if she actually gets married, it will not be to a guy with 12% body fat who's 6'2" and makes $1 million a year. I hope she sees this and calls me out, and then she shows some dude, and then I'm going to sit there. You know what I'm going to do whenever I see who her dude is? I'm just going to have my female friends get in his DMs and watch all the cheating goes on.
Follicle things I want in a man.
Alrighty, let's see what you want, and this is how this is gonna go. So everything that you say, I'm gonna just calculate a percentage for, and then we'll multiply them together to find what percentage of men in society actually satisfy your requirements.
Number 1, height. My man's gotta be above 6'2". My last 2 boyfriends were 6'3". Both of them. And they were jacked. And they looked really good. How am I supposed to downgrade from that? So, unfortunately, my next man will have to be 6'2" and up.
Alright, not gonna lie, we're starting off pretty intense. Maybe the rest won't be as bad, but 6'3" and up is 1.4% of all men.
Number 2, you can't have a gut. I need you built. I need you fit and going to the gym multiple times a week. I'm sorry, I'm just not gonna date a fat guy. If I can be in the gym 5 days a week and be fit and care about how I look, you can do it.
Alright, this one is a little bit more subjective and I had to do a lot of research for it, but what I came across was that the percentage of men that are very, very fit, meaning that they go to the gym multiple times a week, they have a body mass of around 10% to 12%, that is around 3% of men, and that's being very generous based off the studies that I found.
Number 3, he cannot have a salary cap. Whatever career he's in, he needs to have multiple streams of income, and we need to be able to make as much money as possible. That's why I will never date a guy who works in corporate. What is your 100K salary cap going to do for me? The max you'll ever be able to get to is 150? Yeah, no, we're good. I need you in a career that is going to make us money. I am a lover of luxury. I like expensive things. I like expensive vacations. So will you, if you're my man. So we need a career that can support that. Number 4, whenever we travel, he's got to be flying his business. I'm sorry, we're not staying in economy together. It's just not happening. Again, this is where the lack of salary cap is really going to help. And number 5, he's got to have a really nice watch. I'm not really impressed when I hear somebody has a Rolex anymore because those can be really cheap. I would much prefer if you had an AP or a Patek and maybe multiple of them. The Rolex can be your day watch and it still better be 50K plus.
Okay, so the last 3 things I'm going to just jumble up into one. Having multiple streams of income, being able to fly not only in economy class but business class, being able to afford nice things, and having multiple luxury watches. I'm going to say that this guy is going to have to be a millionaire or make $1 million a year. So I'm going to be really generous with this and say it's 1%, and 1% in many states is not even $1 million, but I'm going to say he has to be a 1% income earner. So it looks like my girl here is from Toronto. So we're going to add up the United States and Canada as well. And we're going to use both those figures for the male population to calculate her chances of meeting somebody that fits her needs and criteria. So let's go ahead and crunch the numbers. We have 164.4 million men in the United States and 20.25 million men in Canada. Adding both of those up, we have 184 to 185 million men. Now, it doesn't seem like she's really picky on age, so we're just going to go from 25 to 50 for this data set. That's about 60 million men rounded up based off all the data I saw in the United States, and about 6 million men for all the data I saw in Canada, which gives her a pool of 66 million men in that age category, and then we have to multiply the variables that she put out there. So that's 66 million times 1.4% for the height, times 3% for the fitness, and times 1% for the income. And this gives you a total of 277 men. So roughly 300 guys rounding up from US to Canada that fit your criteria if you're not willing to compromise. And on top of that, they have to like you and want to commit to you and be in a healthy relationship, which are factors that I have not calculated because I don't really know your personality, because I just know you off this video. So let me know if you guys think in the comments below that she's going to find her man, and best of luck.
What do you guys think?
I think good for her.
Good for her.
Yeah, I think she's manifesting her dream man.
Never tell me manifest it. Fuck math. Math doesn't have anything. Forget sociology.
No.
Who cares?
Dream
Who cares
big,
about
baby.
census
Dream big.
data? Oh, she can manifest her man. Isn't that great?
I mean,
maybe she'll meet a European man.
Yeah, she'll meet a European. That's right. She'll find someone outside. Go ahead. Anybody else?
I don't think it's that far.
She needs to go to Europe.
She needs to go to Europe. Anybody else?
Does she care if they're circumcised?
Oh, they're circumcised. A good question.
That wasn't there, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody else?
I think if we go worldwide, she has a better shot.
Yeah, she definitely has a better shot.
And we're only
Even
doing
though
25
this is the wealthiest
to 50,
country in the world.
We can go 25 to 80. We don't.
25 to 80. That's another good point. That's a good point.
I knew you were cool.
So you guys missed the main point. I had 2 exes who were 6'3".
Yeah.
She can get them to commit, sort of, but not really. She can get these guys to sleep with her for sure, but these 277 men are not going to take time with some TikTok star and wife them up.
Why not?
Because, bro, like,
I mean,
but
Right now, though, okay, to be fair to her, like in this situation right now, you're just making up a situation. You don't know for sure who left who.
No, but it's multiple men that were this tall. Why doesn't she have a husband now?
2. Maybe
Two.
they were
It was
compatible.
only 2 men.
Okay,
it was
her
only
last
2
2
men.
exes.
Just say what happened.
Not only did it what I say that she had these 2 guys that she's not with them anymore, there's only 277 men for her to pick from.
in the U.S. and Canada.
But you know
There's
what?
a whole
It's fine.
world.
Maybe she's okay with being single. There's a lot of women out there who, if a man does not meet their standard,
or-
they are okay with being
or
single.
she thinks she can get a guy like this to sleep with her and confused and thinks she can get him to commit, and she can't.
Why can't she? I mean, I've seen it happen to plenty of.
Maybe they committed for a little bit.
I'll bet you every one of those guys that you found to commit is not below 12% body fat. Not all of them. I'll bet that they're not all 6'2". I'll bet that most of them don't make over $1 million a year. I'll bet you have, because we have friends that are in the nightlife community and they got married. A cocktail server and a host get married, have kids, go off happily ever after. And the dude's 5'9", and the dude doesn't make $1 million a year.
I've been with
because
a
she
5
actually
foot guy.
looked realistically at who she could get to commit. It's not who you can have sex with. She's describing who she might be able to have sex with. She is not describing who she can get to commit. And no offense to her and the girl before, what she was talking about is I need a man. She's like, I need a guy who's in the top 15%. Why would I want someone who's fat? Why would I want to lose her? So it's 15%. And then once I get to 16%, you're a fat loser. That's what she's saying. How about the answer is people are delusional? Why can't that be the answer instead of this idea she's going to
I think they should
manifest her man?
Yeah.
So,
I think aim for the moon. If you fail, you land on the stars. Like
it's the other way around. It's the other way around. So
Might as well just try.
So just I don't know if you knew this,
Try.
Anissa. The nearest star is 24 trillion miles
the
away.
other way?
Yes, and the
whatever.
moon is 238,900 miles away.
And what kind of card?
I have to say, I love
saying
what the
wrong
person
then?
said.
I don't have a problem with her manifesting it. I think it's the same thing. If a man has hey, these are the qualifications I want in a woman, I wouldn't be offended by it. You want
Oh no, I'm not
a
offended.
beautiful woman,
Please,
16-inch
please understand.
waist, huge
I'm no more offended in her than I am in flat earthers, but they're both exactly as correct as one another.
Yeah.
She's out of her mind. I'm not offended, but she's not going to find what she's looking for. I will bet you any
she's
amount of
being
money
authentic,
if
guys.
she actually gets married,
She's
it
being
won't be to a
authentic.
guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna give her that.
It will not be to a guy. It will not be to a guy with 12% body fat who's 6'2" and makes $1 million a year. I guarantee
We
you
can
she
run the
won't.
numbers
12%
right
is
now.
too low. 12% body fat is too low.
Let's run the numbers
can we take
right
a poll
now.
on that? Because that's a wrap.
That's not what
That
I
is
would want,
not
but
really
maybe that's
attractive.
I hope she sees this and calls me out, and then she shows some dude, and then I'm gonna sit there. You know what I'm gonna do whenever I see who her dude is? I'm just gonna have my female friends get in his DMs and watch all the cheating goes on.
chaos.
To point
She
out
probably
to my
knows
point.
she's
So I've got men live in the world of probability and women live in the world of possibility.
Yeah.
Thank you,
See
Raf.
that?
If you
Want to also live in the world of probability with your partner, then date a man.
Yes. I love this one. Oh, dude, I'm testing. Oh, I'm tweeting this right now. Manifesting is a woman's flat earth.
100%.
100%. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
what?
clench my butthole, gnash my teeth, and a Lamborghini will appear. I'm gonna manifest
That's
it.
not how it works.
I think it's
How
just
privileged you have to be.
I'm
to
manifesting
follow
the winning lottery.
manifestation.
Well, it's just like
doing that.
it's just like believing. They're just believing in themselves to do what they set out to do.
manifest anything.
There we go.